All right, we're happy to get our first road win, first ACC game behind us. Did some good things. We emphasized 2 or 4 things, and one of them we didn't do very well, and that was keep them off the foul line. They shot 32 free throws. We tried to talk about playing defense with our feet so we wouldn't reach in and foul them so much. They're a very aggressive team, taking the ball to the basket. They've made a living at the free throw line, and they almost did again today. I was happy for Cam coming out and making some shots for us early. 15 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 0 turnovers. I thought he did some good things for us. We got some good play from our bench guys too. I thought B-Rob came in and gave us some good moments, and Sirtis needs to work on his free throws. He had gotten in double figures today as well, but we need to play better than 43% on the offensive end, but they didn't shoot it very well themselves. I don't know that we had that much to do with it, but they shot 31%. But all in all, feel good about it. Look at Garrison's line, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 0 turnovers. He's really good for our team. He doesn't have to have the ball all the time. He doesn't have to shoot it all the time, but he's really good for our team, and those are good minutes from him today. But let's see, Cam, as I said, was 4-0. Kobe turned it over way too many times, but you like 22 points as well. But it's a W. We're happy about it, and Jeff's club's going to be fine. They're very, very, very young, but I did not sleep very well last night. I can tell you that, thinking about trying to stop Johnson taking the ball to the basket. So that's about it.
Did you like the focus and intensity, especially at the outset?
I think at the outset, I thought it was good. The intensity level, I think at times in the game was really good, and at times it wasn't good at all. I mean, we let them get so many. What was the rebounds at halftime? Do you remember? We ended up out rebounding 5. I felt like down the stretch, so we were up 6 at half. We only did, so that means they out rebounded us by 1 in the second half. I felt like that they got way too many second shots, and that usually is intensity level there.
Overall, would you say this is one of your team's better performances overall offense, defense?
Well, yeah, I can say that because I haven't been very pleased all year for me. But you know, against Gonzaga, we were really good at times because the ball went in the basket, but we had 23 turnovers. But no, going on the road in the ACC, we've had some clubs that showed some poise and composure, and I think our club did that today. We jumped out early, and then they tied it up, and the crowd got into it, and then we made 2 or 3 good plays in a row, and after that, we just kept methodically playing.
You mentioned Kobe's turnovers and his point total. What did you think of the way he managed things, especially on the offensive end?
I thought it was better. I mean, you know, one time we had late clock, and he ended up taking a terrible shot, but he ran fist, and Harrison's only big guy. For some reason, he's the screener instead of the low post guy. I couldn't figure that one out, but the whole play broke down, and Kobe had to throw up a bad shot at that time. No, with Kobe, you got a guy who can score, but he's a better ball handler and a better floor general than he showed today, though, too.
Roy, you mentioned when it was tied and the place got loud, and at that point you guys went on a 27-4 run. What really sparked that, and did you see anything that changed, or was it just a few good plays?
There's a few good plays. You know, the ball went in the basket. I think we made 3 or 4 threes during that time period as well. And I keep saying that, maybe put it on my tombstone also. You always thought his guys could really shoot. Well, we do shoot, we just don't make very many. But that helped us a great deal during that point, and I think they turned it over a couple of times during that stretch too. But I liked our poise because the crowd did really get into it there early.
Right. What do you need to see going into the future from Kenny just struggling with his shot and trying to stay out of foul trouble?
Well, staying out of foul trouble was the biggest thing today. He and Garrison he feels like he's got to get 2 fouls in the first half or he's not playing. And, we've got to get both those guys to stay out of foul trouble. Kenny had one really, you know, early he steals the play on the tip and goes down and shoots a floater, which I hate, unless it was Justin Jackson shooting, because it's the only guy I've ever had that made a bunch of them. He missed that one, and he missed a wide open 3, and he cares about what he's doing. And, it showed out there today, but he still tried to play defense. I mean, you think about it, he's got 3 fouls, and we make a silly play in the second or third possession, and what does Kenny try to do on the defense? He tries to take a charge because he cares about our team. And so if Kenny Williams is my biggest worry, I'm really in pretty good shape.
You mentioned Brandon
Go
Robinson.
ahead, finish.
Sorry. And then you just mentioned Garrison staying out of trouble. How have you been liking the team going smaller, using Luke as a center, or sometimes Cam?
Sometimes good, sometimes bad, but the more, if you look at the rebound totals during those lineups, we're not rebounding the ball very well. Now today, again, we got Cam, I think, what did I say, 9 rebounds out of him, but You know, not only one game, but 1 4-minute stretch. Small lineup's good, and then I put the big guys back in, and they're good. Then I put the small lineup in, and they stink. So it's just trying to find what'll work and see if we can stick with it a little longer.
You mentioned Brandon Robinson a few minutes ago. Aside from numbers, what other kind of things does he give you guys, and did he give you a lot of that today?
Well, I could say a lot because I didn't play him that many minutes. 15's pretty good minutes, though. 3 steals, being involved on the defensive end of the floor. He made his only 3, and he was wide open. And I think it was either 7th or Kobe, I forget who was the point guard that made the play to find him. But B-Rob, I have some confidence in B-Rob. He's doing some good things for us. It was strange. He only had 2 rebounds, but both of them were offensive rebounds. So I like guys to do that too.
You know, this was obviously a pretty emotional game for Cam Roy coming back to a place where he played for 3 years and, you know, where he grew up too. How do you feel like he, you know, I guess his stat line speaks for itself somewhat, but how do you feel like he sort of handled everything, you know, with?
I think Cam handled it really well, and, you know, I noticed that there was a little booing, but people like the young man. I mean, he's a good guy. He was here, he gave him good minutes, and good play, and good citizenship, good student, so I didn't think it would be bad for him, but, you know, when he made his first not 1 3-point shot, but I think he made his first 3 shots. That sort of tells everybody, just leave me alone. If you keep moving, I'm gonna make 33 in a row. But no, I just think he's the kind of kid that people appreciate what he did here, and the feelings they have for him and his family are all positive. But I didn't worry about him. I think as I said earlier, Stacey, maybe it was in our pregame with Jones, I said one little sentence to him: just be Cam. Don't worry about anything else going on. Just be Cam.
Anybody else?
Yep. Okay, go ahead.
Just how have you liked watching Nasir play outside versus inside? Struggle with his outside shot sometimes this season.
I like him doing both because he can do both. He's a basketball player. We posted him up inside and made a good move, got fouled, only made 1 of the free throws, but I like him taking the ball to the basket too. He's a basketball player. It's going to get better and better. What did he have? 18 minutes. A little foul trouble for him there too, but we had everybody seem like him.
I think Coach Cable's ready, so one last one real quick. This is Coach Cable's first ACC game. What did you see in terms of what it brings, the style of play, in terms of what this atmosphere was like, and how much different maybe than in years past, with Jamie or Stallings?
I love their style of play. I mean, they push it up. I mean, one of the first thing we put down on the board was sprint both ways. We will sprint the offense, but you got to sprint back on defense too. I watched their just last night finished their tape of their West Virginia game. I told Jeff that game I got tired just watching the game on tape. But they're continually putting pressure on you by driving the ball to the basket. Those 2 freshman guards have a great ability to get the ball in front of the rim and get fouled. And like I said, one of our biggest emphasis is play without fouling. We only let them shoot 32 free throws, but Jeff's style of play, they're going to guard you, they change it up. But the biggest thing, they put a lot of pressure on you coming at you on the offensive end.
Thank you. All I can go.